Hello everybody. Today I want to start with a question. Do you believe in free will? I don't think I do. I think I'm a bit of a determinist. I feel like the universe is one giant equation that has been unfolding since the Big Bang, and everything that happens and will ever happen has to happen in the exact way that it does because it's a consequence of things that preceded it. But maybe you feel like free will exists, and if that's true, what would be a theoretical way of testing it? Well, say for example that you make a choice in the moment, you pick something up. What if we could reverse time back to the moment where you make that choice and we let the scenario play out again over and over, having everything else be the exact same down to every subatomic particle in the entire universe? Could you make a different choice? Well, if you did, it would be proof that human will somehow exists outside the scope of a predetermined universe. Now, this is something that people have been philosophizing about for probably millennia, but I'm here to tell you that I actually found the answer. I've done the experiment using Tekken, and I'm about to show you my findings. So, I was streaming the other day and I mentioned to my viewers that I did a really sick combo with Negan. I was playing on this stage against Jin, and in the second round I did a really sick combo using range drive and balcony break with Negan, and it was super sick. So I decided to go into my recorded games to find that combo because I wanted to look at it again. Now, if you look at the screen right here, this is my recording of the recording that was left in my game using the replay feature in Tekken 7. So this is one continuous recording, and I haven't tampered with it. And those of you out there who work with, catching speedrunners who've been splicing and stuff, you can have a look at it and let everybody know that this isn't spliced or anything. This is one continuous recording. Now let's see what happens. If you look at the screen right now, you can tell that I have 2 blue balls, which means that I have won 2 rounds. My opponent hasn't won any rounds so far. And the third round is about to start. And you can also tell that we are on the Urban Chaos stage in the downstairs area, which means that at some point in the first or second round, somebody performed a balcony break, because that has to happen for a round to start. In the downstairs area. You can also tell that we have 60 seconds on the clock, which means that this round is just about to start. Now, I noticed something fishy here, so I started recording. Let's go back and look at round 2 again. Remember, this is a round that, based on the information we already have, I definitely won, and if this round starts in the upstairs area, there has to be a balcony break at some point in this round 2. Let's play it out and see what happens. So I'm going to select round 2 again, and I'm going to let it play out. And you can tell the first thing that happens is I play very poorly and I get my ass kicked by my opponent. I get shoved into the corner. I'm eating demon paws like they're popcorn. Here I try and punish a completely safe move. I get knocked down, stand back up, have a throw broken. Now, I'm about to do Negan's back 1+2, which is the double-handed Lucille overhead smash. Let's see what happens when I perform that move. It whiffs, my opponent hits me with an elbow to the face and wins round 2 by perfect. Now, if you're keeping up, this is already a little bit strange because we know, based on the initial information we have, that I'm supposed to win round 2, and we also know that somebody has to perform a balcony break because round 3 is about to start in the downstairs area. Let's see what happens here if we just keep it playing and we start round 3. So we're back in round 3, which is where the recording started, but we're still in the upstairs area, and now I have a round and my opponent have a round. We each have 1 blue ball, but remember, I'm supposed to have 2 blue balls, and I still haven't found the sick range drive combo that I'm looking for. So at this point, I'm going to start skipping through the recording because I want to know where that combo happened. I was pretty sure that it happened in the second round, and right now I'm thinking that I've made a mistake because this doesn't make sense to me. But look what happens when I try and skip forward in the footage. We're moving and doing weird moves, making weird choices that don't make sense. I skip forward in the footage, and all of a sudden, me and my opponent, you can tell by the icon down here that all I did was press forward to skip forward a couple of seconds in the recording, but we've actually gone back in time because we've gone up to 60 seconds on the clock again, and we're back in the downstairs area. So we're back at where the recording started in this weird other divergent multiverse round 3 that may have happened or may not have happened depending on your interpretation of this. And then round 3 plays out normally. This is how I remember it happening, but I also remember having a 2-round lead at this point. It was not 1-1. So now I'm going to go back and reselect round 3, and it starts downstairs again the way it's supposed to. But check this out. I go from having, it's the same round 3. This right here is round 3. My opponent has a round and I have a round. I go back and look at round 3 again. And now I'm back to a 2-round lead. So I'm sitting ugly on 2 big blue balls right now. So what gives? This makes no sense to me. I'm getting confused. And I was making such a weird face looking at this that my family, my girlfriend came over and asked if something had happened or if something was like smelling bad because I didn't get it, right? And I still haven't found my sick combo that I really wanted to download a clip of. So I think at this point what I do, and I'm not going to mess with the actual... I go back to round 2, yeah, and have another look at round 2. We're back upstairs again. Round 2 plays out in the exact same way. I'm skipping forward a little bit here. I'm going to attempt to punish the safe move. I get parried, knocked down. Right here. I get up. I get my throw broken. I do a back 1+2. I whiff. And we're back to the same situation we were in earlier. Okay, so at this point, what I really want to do is see if this is going to keep happening. And this right here, this round 3, the round 3 that's not supposed to exist, is really weird as well. And you can tell that the move choices that I'm making don't really make sense, unless we're going to get to what I think is actually happening here at some point. Why would my opponent be moving like this? Why would I do the down back 1+2? Again, I skip forward in the footage, and we're back to the other round 3, and we're downstairs, and we've gone back in time in terms of the clock again, right? Makes no sense whatsoever. So now I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to go back to the battle log, which is the catalog of all the games you have recorded. I'm going to reselect this game and see what happens if I do that. And this is just the recording that I have, but I did this multiple times, by the way. And I had strange and different results every time. And I'm not going to skip forward in the footage because I want to let you see that this is one clip. I'm not skipping or editing this whatsoever. And this is just the shape it came out in when I did my recording last night. So round 1 is going to play out the same way it did every time. I get my ass kicked, and then I managed to do a bit of a comeback. Opponent carries to the wall, nice combo, doesn't quite get it. Nice duck, shouldn't have finished the string. I think I get a counter hit at 2+3 here. Yeah. And this is the beginning of the comeback, right? But this is round 1, so it has nothing to do with these strange round 2s and 3s that we've had so far. Do a bad conversion, but manage to win because of a successful mix-up here at the end. And now we're going to go back to round 2. Remember, what's supposed to happen is I get carried into the corner. I get parried, knocked down, stand up. My throw is broken. I do a back 1+2 that whiffs, and Jin does an elbow to the face and wins by perfect, right? So I'm going to eat some demon paws here. There's one. There's another one. I get parried, knocked down, stand up, grab, get broken. I'm going to do a 1+2, and remember, it's supposed to whiff. Let's see what happens. He blocks it. I do a wall combo. Makes sense. I do a low parry. I do a low parry combo that doesn't make sense, but that's because I'm bad at doing combos. I get a counter hit on the 1-1-2. And here's the weird Rage Art combo that I was looking for the whole time. I win round 2. I have 2 rounds right now. We go into round 3, and we're back in the downstairs scenario the way I remember it playing out. So this is really super weird, and I started to think that maybe my game was haunted or something. My opponent here is a guy called Ashina. He actually won the entire game, by the way. He took 3 rounds on me after this, played really well. And if you're out there and you see this, I would be really interested to know what this recording looks like on your side if you still have it, which is why I wanted to make this today. But what I think is actually happening here, if I had to guess, is that these recordings of your matches that you save in the game are not an actual recording of what happened on the screen. It's actually a recording of all the button inputs that happened during the game. So they are like logged, and then it's almost like a mechanical piano. Then the game just plays them out again, and the exact same thing that happened is going to happen again on the screen. But it's weird because the situation where the back 1+2 whiffs, it sort of indicates that in this game you can be in the exact same scenario multiple times, but 2 different things can happen. Even though it's the exact same range, even though it's the exact same move, there seems to be some sort of fundamental inconsistency in this game. It's almost like some weird law of physics, right? You can never know exactly how the situation is going to play out. But the reason I think that is, if you go back and look at that weird, and I am going to skip in the footage right here to the weird round 3 that didn't happen, the upstairs round 3. I do a move that doesn't really make sense here at some point, right? I do down back 1+2, which is Negan's unblockable, or it is unblockable if you charge it up. I think I do it right here. So you can see that both me and my opponent are standing still for quite a long time, and then I do a down back 1+2. I think what is actually happening here is that's the balcony break that happened. We're flying down from the balcony, so there's no point in either of us pressing any buttons because we have no control. And then I finish my rage drive combo by doing down forward 1+2. But remember, after the balcony break, my back would have been on the other side. I would have been on 2P side, meaning that this input, down back 1+2, would have been the down forward 1+2 that I actually performed to end that combo. So I think even though we're in a completely different round, the game is playing out the combo that I performed, but in the wrong round and with both characters on the wrong side, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. And it's sort of surprising because I didn't know that this happened with this weird record feature in Tekken 7. So what I want to ask you guys is have you ever seen anything like this happen before? Is this a known thing that happens with this feature? That might definitely be the case. I'm just making a thing out of this, but it's the first I've ever heard or seen of it. And I just think it's really weird. If you have any examples of your own or any other theory about what is happening here, I would like to know. But if it's true that you can be at the exact same range and do the exact same move and have 2 things happen, then it's no question that it's no mystery that people find this game frustrating and really inconsistent at times. There seems to be like a lot of stuff going on mechanically at a fundamental level that we don't really have insight into, or maybe it's just the case that this is an imperfect feature that doesn't really work, and what we should actually do, or what we should actually have in the game, is the ability to record what happened on the screen and not what happened in terms of button inputs on the 2 controllers, right? So an interesting, weird little video. I just want you guys to let me know if I'm wrong about this or whether or not my game is actually haunted. Let me know in the comments. And Ashina, good games. You beat my ass. Nice comeback. It was a great game. And if you're out there and you see this, or somebody can get a hold of him, I would love to see what this footage looks like on your side, and maybe we can compare and contrast, and hopefully Namco come up with something better in terms of a replay feature when we're finally in the next version of this game. But thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys again very soon.